Buddy, so you want to play a game?
Carol, I would love to play a game.
You always do. How about Jeopardy?
I'll take Jeopardy as a game, and I'll take a category. I've already selected one. Game show host, quiz show hosts for $800.
For $800. Okay, the answer is 5 daytime Emmys, 27 years as a host, and immortalized on SNL. You know that.
Oh, yes, on Saturday Night Live, Alex Trebek. Who is Alex Trebek? I have to say who is.
Who is Alex Trebek?
Otherwise.
Awesome. Yeah. The host of Jeopardy. Alex,
otherwise, you're in deep trouble if you don't phrase it in the form of a question.
Great to meet you. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks
My pleasure.
for coming on Street Smart. You guys are kind of going into new territory this evening by having the IBM computer Watson on to play to well-known contestants. What's that like?
Well, we've always thought of Jeopardy as being on the cutting edge of technology with regard to television game shows or quiz shows. We were the first to broadcast in high def. We have our clues generated electronically by computers. We send our clue crew, those talented young people all over the world, to record clues on location to make it more exciting for the viewers. So when IBM came to us with this idea, hey, we're figuring out a computer system to play Jeopardy, Alex. Are you interested? Yes, we were, very much. This is cutting-edge technology. We're looking at the future.
They spent a lot of money on this thing.
We've been reporting 30 million. Some people are saying 100 million. There are even bigger estimates out there.
I have no idea what IBM spent on this, but they had about 25.
I think that's the only thing you don't know.
Well, they've kept a lot of secrets from me, but they had 25 IBM PhDs working for over 4 years on this, plus all of the equipment, plus all of the other people who are filling IBM's head with information, with tactics, with strategy with regard to playing the game. And they're looking, IBM that is looking at the future, down the line. How will this apply to other areas, to medicine, to banking, to commerce? So yeah, they probably spent a ton. Plus, they're the ones who are contributing the prize money. We have $1 million for the winner, and $300,000 for second place, $200,000 for third place.
So they hope they win, because then they save that million.
Well, no, they're going to give that million, all of it, to charity. And one of the charities is one that I've been involved with for many, many years, World Vision. So I'm happy.
That's great. Hey, Ken and Brad, I mean, they did some trial runs. I mean, were they intimidated by playing against a computer?
I don't think so. They were probably a little uneasy at the beginning, and they recognized very quickly that when you're dealing with computers, you're dealing with speed, and it's going to be tough for them. They're going to need some luck in order to hit the daily doubles and then wager a ton of money, because, as I've told other people, at this level of competition, I think Brad and Ken are just as smart as Watson is when we're talking about Jeopardy material. Now, Watson has a lot of information that will never come up on Jeopardy because it's not relevant to our viewers. And keep in mind, we're producing a television show. We want it to be entertaining for the folks at home. We could have a lot of esoteric stuff, but it wouldn't mean anything.
Does he have a sense of humor?
No.
By the way, he's got so much information that it takes him a while to compute, right? So Watson doesn't necessarily know the answer right away, but he has to decide when to hit the buzzer, or does he already know the answer when he hits the buzzer?
Well, he won't hit the buzzer on, I should say it, not he. We tend to personalize it, don't we? We refer to Watson as he, and in fact, IBM wants you to refer to Watson as it. It's a computing system, and Watson will not ring in until it has come up with a response and is confident that its response is going to be correct.
But its response could be wrong, right?
Oh, yes, its response could be wrong, but it figures all of this out in about 4 milliseconds. So that's pretty fast.
But I'm just curious in terms of categories, Alex. Are there some that are kind of nuanced a little bit that he'll have a tougher time with?
Yes. Whenever we have two-part clues, whenever there are, as you say, categories that, or clues that are nuanced, that you have to understand the subtleties of the English language. And maybe Watson will not be able to make that connection as quickly as the fellows. If we have very short clues, clues that say are one word, 1 year, if we say, you know, the major event of this year, and we say 1964, 1981, that puts pressure on Watson because it can't do the calculation. It's got to go through all these algorithms so fast, and the guys will just say, well, of course it's tip, so I'm in. But we don't have more than 1 or 2 categories per game that are very, very short. So you know,
I have to say, I'm super psyched for this,
cool.
and I want to watch it. I'm sure a ton of people will because of all the publicity, but even on a regular day, you get about 9 million viewers. The show's been on for like 27 years. Why do you think it's such a popular show? Why does how does it remain appealing, besides your incredible talent?
No, it has nothing. Well, it has something to do with me, I suppose, because now I'm so familiar as the host of the program. But Americans are very competitive. We want to know if we can run the fastest, if we can throw the ball the farthest, if we can be the best student in class, if we can get to be valedictorian, so much the better, whatever. And when we watch Jeopardy, we see these contestants, we say, wait a minute, that's a plumber. He's pretty good out there. And, oh, look at that, I beat him. And we play along. You can't watch Jeopardy while you're vacuuming the floor. If Jeopardy is on and it catches your attention, you're going to be caught for a moment. You're going to say, oh, okay, give me a pen. Let me click. Okay, good. What is Napoleon? What is Russia? Yeah, and you start playing and you get excited. And you have a way of gauging your intelligence, your skills against people you know are very bright, otherwise they wouldn't be on the program. They took the test, they passed the test, so they must be pretty smart, and yet I'm beating them today.
Listen, you've been around, you know, doing this for a long time and so connected with the show. We want to just play a clip because, you know, we all, you know, are familiar also with Saturday Night Live, and you've really become iconic with them. Let's just, I mean, everybody's probably seen it, but let's just remind everybody.
Okay.
Welcome back to Celebrity Jeopardy! It's been an exciting first round. That said, let's take a look at the scores. Sean Connery has negative $16,500.
Damn you and your daily doubles, you brigand! One day it'll be my turn, Trebek.
Great.
You know, what
Daryl Hammond. I love Daryl Hammond.
do you love that? Do you watch it?
Oh, yes. And they invited me to be a guest on the very last show on which Will appeared as a regular member of the Saturday Night Live team. And they had me do a walk-on at the end. And at that point, I was not wearing a mustache anymore. And they started out with Will without the mustache, and then Lorne Michaels came in, the executive producer, and he had him put the mustache back on. And I told Lorne, I said, why don't I come out and just take it off? And he said, no, we'll just leave it on. So it was cute, and I was disappointed that Will decided to leave Saturday Night Live, where he was earning, I don't know, 50, 60 grand a week, to make movies at $20 million a pop. But there you go, you know, that's commerce. You guys would know about that.
What about Sean Connery? I've been watching this skit forever, and I love it. Have you ever met Sean Connery? Do you get along in real life?
I get people asking me. We have a live audience when we tape our program, of course, and they say, are you friends with Sean Connery? Have you met Sean Connery? If you met Sean Connery, what would your reaction be? And I said, I'd just punch him out. I love Daryl Hammond because he plays that character so beautifully, and there is such disdain in Sean Connery's approach to the host, Will Ferrell, or Alex Trebek. And the way he says Trebek, you're not too smart, are you, Trebek? And he puts that Scottish brogue in there, and it's wonderful. I love it.
Brilliant.
It shows that Jeopardy has arrived as part of Americana. We are fair game. You can satirize us anytime you want. You can, as soon as people hear the Jeopardy theme music, they know exactly what the reference is.
What's your favorite? I mean, you guys do Celebrity Jeopardy, you work with colleges. I mean, do you have a favorite time, you know, during the year?
Well, for years I've said that the teens, and we have a teen tournament coming up on Thursday, starting right after the IBM Challenge. And at the end of the IBM Challenge, you'll hear me say something like, hey, we've been dealing with a very bright computer and bright people here, but now we're going to be dealing with very bright young people. And they have a marvelous sense of humor, a marvelous sense of themselves, even though they're 13 or 14 years old. And they value education, they value learning, and that in many ways is what Jeopardy has been trying to preach in a highly entertaining manner for 27 years. The importance of knowing things. We reward our contestants for, you know, making money the old-fashioned way by earning it. It makes us feel good.
You must read a ton, and you seem to always know the answer. Obviously, you work with writers and everything, but could you waste anybody in Jeopardy?
If I were in a tournament, a seniors tournament, I could. Against my peers, I would do well. But I've said time and time again, a good 30-year-old would clean my clock. I'm a little slower on the signaling device.
Have you ever played on the other side?
No, I don't want to. Because if I were to play, say, in Celebrity Jeopardy for one of my charities, which would be nice, someone else would have to host that program. Could be you, could be you. Our producers might look at you and say, damn, they're doing a really good job.
You're not going anywhere, I can tell.
Yeah,
I volunteer, though, if it's an offer.
Our producers haven't had an original idea in about 15 years, and I don't want to give them any by saying, oh, yeah, that person would cost us less, that person is younger, that person is cuter, has better legs, whatever.
You have nothing to worry about. Alex, thank you so much for coming. Good luck with tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.